Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, and it is spooky season, one of my favorite times of the year. If you personally know me, you know I'm all about glitter and Halloween, so I'm so excited to be here with you today and tell you all about tinsel. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you two different ways to install tinsel. And if you've seen Tinsel on TikTok or Instagram, give me some hearts. I know right now it's really a thing going on TikTok, so I'm really excited for it. And let's start with this girl, and I'm going to show you a very quick way to install it. You know, Tinsel actually came out like years ago, and when we first started doing tinsel, we were installing it like a strand by strand, which was, it took a long time. So just give me 1 second. Let me grab my clip. Okay. So this method is going to be a lot more time saving, very easy. And I'm going to tell you where you can find tinsel and all the stuff I'm using today. So tinsel, in case you haven't seen it before, comes in a pack like this. I bought a pack of 20 different colors on Amazon, and I paid about $10. And each pack has about 1,200 strands. So you can really do a lot of installations with tinsel. And I actually started using tinsel on extension tape. So what I do is I grab extension tape and I start installing the tinsel strand. So I'll grab a strip. Don't know if you can see this little guy. I just fold it in half, and then I add it to the sticky side of a one-sided extension tape. So after I install a couple of strands, I'll do another side of tape, a double-sided tape. Let me show you. So the double-sided tape is going to have a little protection tab here. So when you're ready to put this on, you're just going to remove it, and you're just going to put it on your tape. I'm not going to stick it on here yet, or maybe I should because it's already sticky. Okay, I'll just show you. So you're just going to line up these two because you want to sandwich it. And so a thing I do is whenever I have downtime at the salon, I start making these. Let me see. I start making these whenever I have downtime. It doesn't take very long. So then I just leave them ready to go. I make sure that I leave the tab on here. So when I'm ready to install it, all you have to do is remove the tab. And now you have a clean, sticky side. And you're just going to install it on your guest hair. Make sure their hair is clean. It's going to work best on clean hair. Hi, everybody. Yes, I got them on Amazon. You can also get these on Etsy. If you get them on Amazon, you can get a larger bundle with more colors. But I have noticed that Etsy has several colors that you cannot find on Amazon. So depending on what you're needing, I would just try both. Okay, so you're going to make sure it's on clean hair and make sure it's not too close to their hairline. And you can just either apply it right on top and just press it on, and you can just lift the hair. When you lift it up, you have enough, you have a little sliver of the actual hair in here. And now you can go ahead and install a single-sided tape on here. So let me get that for you. So you're gonna install a single-sided tape, and this one does not have a sticky side. It's only going to be sticky on the inside. And I got these on bellamy.com. So here's the single-sided. And you're just going to install it right there, right underneath. And then press it on. So this is going to last about 6 weeks. Oh, hi. Thank you. Kitty, kitty, soft paws. Okay, so you're just this is going to last about 6 weeks. Super easy to remove too. And you can remove it with extension removal adhesive spray. You can also remove it with oil. I found that Redken's Oil for All works really well to remove it. And the way I do it is I just put a little bit on my fingers and then I start to massage it. And as it starts to separate, I put in a little bit more oil and just keep working it through and it'll just slide off. So it's not damaging to the hair and it's super, super fun. Hello. Yes, it's super, super fun. And it's a great way to get your clients who don't want to do colors, but they're tempted. It's a great way to get them to do something more fun. I feel like this is really going to kick off for the holidays. So have some ready for Christmas as well. Anything red, gold, green, all those colors are going to be really good. What I have noticed is some of my clients who want tinsel, but they are feeling like it might be too young for them, which I don't think that's a thing. I definitely always encourage my clients to do what they want with their hair, but I find that the brown color is something everybody wants. The brown, the gold, and the silver are really good colors for somebody that doesn't want to show them too much. And what's really fun is you can customize them and blend them. So right here, I have a mixture of black, purple, and gold. Where do I get the double-sided tape? Yes, it's from Bellamy. And yes, Joey, this is going to be great for New Year's Eve. So fun. Okay, so another great thing about this, so let's say you are doing it for New Year's Eve and your guest doesn't want to wear them like all the time. You can just leave take away the adhesive and don't lock it in with a single-sided tape. That way you can take it off at the end of the night. Right here, this one looks a little different because it's still looped. Because what I do is I grab a strand of tinsel, fold it in half, and attach it. And so I actually like to leave the loops in here because what I'll do in the salon is I'll get like a little ring and I start to, put the ring through the loops, and that's how I keep them nice and ready to go in the salon. But once I'm ready to install it, I'll just take some craft scissors and cut that off. So super easy. And I want to show you a second method. So both methods are going to last long, but they're going to be different. So you can see the tape method is a little softer. And let me give you a hot tip too when you install these on your clients. When you get them in, you want to trim it up to their length. So I'm going to bring her up. And I like to use just craft scissors to trim them. So I'll just grab them and pull it away from the hair. So I make sure I don't cut their hair with craft scissors because we know that's no good. And then personally, I feel like if you just leave it alone, it looks a little chunky. And I like it to blend as much as possible. So what I'll do is I try to think that I'm layering the tinsel. So I'll just grab the tinsel And I just slide some up, and then I'll cut into it.
Awesome. Karla, we had a question from Ashley Brown. Does the tinsel melt with curling irons?
Great question. So it will not melt. It will not melt, but let me tell you something that I learned. So I got these tinsels also from Amazon. You can see this one is like an iridescent color. They're clear. And I think this material is different. If you even were to feel it in person, it's a little thicker. This is a little thicker and it's translucent. So I feel like this is some kind of plastic, because when I did put heat on this, it kind of kinked up a little bit. Didn't melt all the way, but it changed its structure, where the regular tinsel does not. So let me show you. So I have my Sambia waver iron here, and you can just press it on here. I feel like the waver iron is going to be great for fun styles for Halloween as well, so that's why I brought it out. But you can put heat into it. You don't want to go with anything over 450 degrees, but it'll kind of hold shape of the curl as well. So super, super fun. Okay, so let's do one more. And I want to show you a beaded style. So the beaded style is, let's do it on her other side. It's going to give you more like a strip chunk. Okay. Any other questions? Just let me know. I love to answer your questions. So, okay. So what you want to do for this is you want to be ready with some hair extension beads. So I already loaded my little hook. And also prepare yourself with a little bundle of tinsel. And a great tip is to have it on tape. So I use a little bit of masking tape, and I'll just stick it like to my tray and have it ready to go. Because what you're going to want to do is just kind of place it to the side and just hold it there. Just let it hang out. Then you're going to grab a little section of hair, just a small section right next to it. Now you're going to grab your hook and bring in the hair and start bringing in the tinsel. And now you're going to move up a bead and slide it all the way through. Now the tinsel is inside the bead with the hair. And now you're just going to grab your little tool and press it on there. And remove the tape. So the tape just works really well if you don't have an extra hand helping you. And then all you have to do now is just cut off the remaining top of the tinsel. Hello. Okay.
Karla, we have a couple questions. I'm curious too. Can you wash and dry hair with these installed? And yeah. Do you know the brand of tinsel you got from Amazon, perhaps?
Okay, so I do not know the brand, but as the minute you post or you search tinsel, you'll get like a bundle. So I don't think the brands really matter. I feel like they're made out of aluminum, and that's why they don't melt. I would just say make sure that you don't get these clear ones, although they're really pretty. Like, I really wish these didn't do that, because I love everything iridescent, but if you weren't putting heat into them, then those are totally fine. And then what was the other question, Katie? Oh, can I wash my hair? Yes, you can totally wash hair and style it and blow dry with it. Okay, then I'm gonna cut this. This is black. I love the black. The black is one of my favorite colors for tinsel because it hides so well in black hair. And then all of a sudden you see like a little spark of rainbow. So I love it. Okay, so now that she has some tinsel installed in there, I want to show you a fun style for Halloween. And I'm going to incorporate tinsel, and I'm going to use this girl. So what I'm going to do is do a ponytail. And for her, I'm not going to lock in the tinsel because I want it to be able to remove pretty easily after, she's done with her style. So let me insert her again. She's sitting on her hair. We don't want that. Okay. So I'm going to do a low ponytail with tinsel. This is going to be a great way to do a ponytail for New Year's Eve. If you're thinking about that, I know somebody said this would be great for New Year's Eve. So for her, I already prepped her with Guts 10. I did a directional blow dry using Guts 10 on dry hair. And then I used my Sambia paddle brush and directed everything to the center back. That way, now that I'm going in with her ponytail, everything is super easy to gather. So what I'm going to do is gather her hair. But I'm forgetting the best part of it. I'm getting ready to do this ponytail, but I'm forgetting the best part of it. The tinsel. So let's put the tinsel on here. So I'm going to cut the loops. These are my already pre-made ones. And I want her, I want the tinsel to show more on the ponytail and maybe peek a little bit through the surface of her hair. So I'm just going to take a section and put that away and turn her over so you can see. And now I'm just going to set the tinsel right on top. I'm not going to secure it with a single-sided tape because I want this to be super easy to remove once she's done going to her Halloween party or whatever it may be. I'm just going to insert that there. And I'm going to put more. Cut that. So this is a great way to do add-ons in the salon. If you have them pre-made, even better. The best way to get your guests to do this is you wearing them. I swear, like they'll be sitting down and they're like, "What's on your hair?" So it's a great conversation starter if you're wearing them, and you can tell them all about them. It's a great way to add another service to their appointment, and it really takes no time. Once they're in there, it's super easy. And I know everybody could charge different. At the salon, we've been charging $10 per tape or bead, and it really helps. It's a great way to do some add-on services, and it's super fun. So now she has this going on. Oh my God, I'm going to do a blonde platinum super curly fro with tinsel. Nice. Okay, so you want to know a trick? So the tinsel can kind of curl with your nail. So, but once you do this, I found that you can't undo it. So it's not like real hair where you wet it and then now it's back to its natural structure. So if you get your nail and you just kind of slide through it, gets like this tiny little kink happening. I don't know if you could see it. The more you do it, the curlier and kinkier it gets. So I was thinking like that technique would be perfect for anybody who is rocking a fro. Otherwise, this might just kind of stay very loose unless you cut it shorter. So if you want to try that, I think that'll work great. Okay. So now I'm going to start on the ponytail. Okay. You can probably do that too with scissors if you just slide the scissors down, I'm assuming. But like I said, it won't get back to its straight tinsel look. Okay, so I'm gonna gather her hair and just brush it through. Notice how I have my palm facing up and I'm just bringing the hair to my palm, and I'm using my Sanvia Artist Series brush. I love this brush because it's great for backcombing or polishing. And I'm going to show you a very easy way to secure this so that you don't get any saggy ponytails. You want it secure and in place. Okay, so now that my ponytail's in place, I'm going to use elastic. Okay, so I'm going to use elastic from the craft store. And this one, usually I use one that's matte, but this one has a little sheen to it and it's thicker. And I wanted to do this because I want it to show on the ponytail because it's part of the accessory. So here's my elastic. It's already cut a little long, but you want to make sure that it's long for this. All right, I dropped it. Here we go again. So what I'm going to do is get the elastic and I'm going to tie it around my thumb or wrap it around my thumb just a couple times, right? Now I'm going to gather my ponytail. Whoops. Here, I lost control of my ponytail. Here we go. Gather it again. And now that it's secure, I'm going to wrap the elastic around my thumb. So do it about 2 or 3 times. 2 times is, 2 or 3 times. Now you're going to slide the remaining elastic between the hair and your fist right here, your hand. And keep rotating it, getting good tension in there. And rotate it a couple times, making sure you're pulling on this elastic so you can get good tension. Basically, wrapping the elastic around your thumb is just keeping it in place so that when you feel like you went around the ponytail enough times, you can just release the thumb and get the other end and slide it in between. And now you're going to crisscross them. And you're going to want to tie a little knot. So just like a loop, a regular loop, and you're going to bring it all the way down. Next, what you want to do is twist it. When you twist it back, you should hear a little pop in the elastic, and that means it's locked in. So if you want to do it one more time just for extra security, just bring it around and lock it back in. So loop it, bring it down, twist to the opposite side. And that's nice and secure. So what I'm going to do though is just secure it from underneath because I'm going to cut this elastic now. So it's a really good way to make sure that your ponytail stays in place, and you don't have anything sagging down here, because a lot of the times if you use a regular hair tie or elastic, the more you loop it through, you start to lose tension in your ponytail. So this is a great way to keep your ponytail in place. Okay, so here's the fun part, and stay with me because we're going to be sewing, and I'm going to be using the same exact elastic, and for this I'm actually going to keep it really, really long, because you want to make sure you don't run out of elastic when you're halfway through this, because then you got to do it all over and you don't want that. So you're going to want to get a little plastic needle. I got this at the craft store, and you're going to put the elastic through it. And what we're going to do here is create a little, like a spider web effect. So first, you're going to bring in the needle through, and you're going to bring it under and over. So it's kind of like you're weaving highlights. And go through. So the side, you got to pull a lot of the elastic, because you want to make sure you have enough. So don't keep it short on the needle. Make sure you have a lot of it going through it. Now you're going to take it back in and bring it out. And then do it one more time. Now, after you create those weaves, under, over, you're going to bring this underneath and bring it all the way to the opposite side where you started. And you want to do this so that it locks in. Okay, so now that it's locked in, we're going to continue the same pattern, but there's something you have to remember. You have to do the opposite. So right here, notice in this section, I went underneath, so you don't see the elastic right here. This time around, I want to see the elastic laying over it. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind. So I'm going over and then under the middle, because in the middle section, you could see the first elastic going through it. If you do this, you're going to create like a checker type of effect. So that's why you want to be mindful of where you're threading your elastic through. So now I'm getting towards the end. So I'm going to loop it underneath and bring it over to the side. Okay, and when you thread this in, you want to start making sure that you follow these little sections that you're creating with the needle. So I'm all about the craft store, guys. You can find a lot of things in there that you can incorporate into hair. So I'm going to move over to this side so you can see, bringing it under and over. Now that it's on this side, I'm going to do it one more time. And this time it's going to go under this section. Bring it through. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to keep one of my fingers on the opposite side so that I know where I'm trying to fish the needle through. So I mark my finger right there and go in. And then go around. So you're creating levels and always staying in line with the last ones. And this is why you want to make sure that you have enough thread or you have enough elastic, because this is pretty small, but you can keep continuing on, and if you ran out of elastic, then you wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, basket weaving. Yes, it's like basket weaving for sure. Except I've never done that before. This looks fun though. Okay. And keep going. And move around. So as you get into it, it starts to become a lot easier. You can get a little bit faster. There we go. And I love this because it really pops on the blonde hair, but you can find other colors for sure. But I really like this black one, and like I said, it's got a little sheen to it. It almost looks like leather in person. Okay, I think after this row, I'm gonna close it off. But you could pretty much keep continuing on. Hello, guy. Come out. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to finish it off right here, and I'm just going to bring it in. And now to lock it, I'm just going to slide the elastic down just so that it can meet up with the beginning, the other end of the elastic right here. And now I'm just going to secure it, but I could have gone more. It'll be up to you how far up you want to go. So just secure it and cut the remaining part off. Just like that. Now you can really start to play with this. And what I find that really brings it up more is if you start to pull on these little sections just a little bit. How are you guys liking this so far? I hope that this inspires you to play around and do it on your clients, or maybe just to create some content. Okay, so now I have these little spider rings. I'm just going to put one on here, finish it off, and I'm going to start curling her hair, or you can braid it, whatever you want. I think it'll look amazing. Let's start with, or you can just polish it and make it straight, whatever. But I'm going to smooth it down a little bit, get a little bit more shine. And I'm going to use my Stambia Sleeker iron. I love this one, and it's new in ruby red. So what I'm going to do is spray her hair a little bit with Iron Shape 11. This is a heat protector. It's Redken. And I love it because it also holds shape. So if I wanted to curl her hair, I could do that. And if I just want to keep it smooth, I can do that and not feel like it's super hard and crunchy. Hello. Okay. So, or let's be more fun. Instead of me flat ironing this, I'm going to show you how to do a very loose S-wave, or beach wave if you want to call it. So I'm going to start by massaging the top of the hair and bringing the iron down, and then I create a dip and I connect it back to the dip. So 1, 2, 3, and then bring it down. So creating a wave pattern. I'm going to bring her up a little bit more so you can see better. And let's continue on. So this is a great way to do a very loose beach wave. So when you do this, you want to make sure that you're very light with your tension. So as I'm curving in the iron, I'm being very, very light. That way I don't create a very hard crease. And I'm just massaging it in and rolling it down. And then after I create that dip, I'm going to pick it up right back at that dip and curve it up. And then continue on. And then just kind of smooth out the ends. So this is going to be super loose. This is actually more loose than if you did the waver iron. I like both. So it really just depends on what look you're going for. Let's do. Okay, and you can see the tinsel on here and it's not melting off. So this one's going to be a little tighter if you do it with the waver iron. I'll do one more with the flat iron. So curve it in. So you're going to, I'll go this way. So bend it down, and I like to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and then bring it back up. So let me turn this back on. So what's so great about this is that it turns off on its own if it's left on for too long, which mine was. No wonder why it's not that hot. But it's great for safety reasons. I'm a forgetful person, so I'm that person that will be driving to work and think I left my flat iron on. So I love that. Let me wait until it heats up more. But this one's on. So yeah, this sleeker iron will turn off on its own after 60 minutes of just being untouched. So super great for people who forget like me. Okay. Show me some hearts if you're enjoying this. Okay. I honestly feel like I could have put a little bit more on her. I mean, the more the better in my opinion with glitter. I'm going to cut it a little bit though. And if you want it to start showing more on the surface, you can just start to bring this up. There you go. And I'm going to finish off the top of her pony with Redken Triple Take 32. This is a strong cold spray, but it's not crunchy, so I love it. And as I'm spraying it, I am pulling out these little sections just to create a little bit more texture, and it helps have the tinsel kind of peek through. Also, you can just put your fingers through it and let your fingers stay there as you spray it, and then release. Okay. I used regular flat iron and bend a little bit. Renee, thanks for that. I'm trying to read the comments here. I saw motorcycle waves. Oh. Okay. Katie, how's everybody doing?
This is looking awesome. Karla, this look is so original. I'm inspired, and I'm sure everyone else is who's watching. And if you guys miss any of the hair tinsel installation, this is available on our Facebook and YouTube. We're getting tons of comments on that. So you can come back and watch any part you missed, just so you know. We're not getting too many comments right now, Karla.
Okay, I was like, I can't see right now, so I wasn't sure.
No, this is looking awesome. Got a lot of tricks up your sleeve.
I hope I can. I'm trying to share as much as I can for the time being. So any questions is super helpful. I hope that I helped you secure a ponytail, gave you some hot tips on where to get your tinsel, all that stuff.
Absolutely. Lots of comments on that.
Yeah, and like you can see, I keep putting heat on it, and it's not melting. It's super safe.
Beautiful. I agree, though. I think more tinsel is more fun.
Yeah. She has a lot of hair, so she probably could have gone with more tinsel for sure.
I'm just curious, do you have silver in your hair?
I do have, and I actually did not lock mine in. I have the tape, and I just kind of put it on top of the surface.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think silver is better for blondes?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I like all colors. I like to do a mix of gold and silver in my hair.
Okay, cool.
But it's definitely better on blondes, and the brown I love on brunettes. So it really depends if you want to be more subtle or have a pop of color.
I was going to ask if you put the brown shade on brunette clients.
Oh yeah, I love it so much on their hair. It looks so pretty.
Awesome. This is looking great. I'll leave you to finishing.
Perfect. Thanks. Yeah, I'm all about Halloween, so I was really excited to be able to be here and do a Halloween inspired upstyle and with tinsel, because I love anything that's hologram and iridescent. Like, that's my thing. So any chance that I can do something like that on here, I'm all about it. Okay. So I'm just going to keep pressing this on. And something I like to use after I'm done is I like to use either Shine Flash spray just to bring up more shine, or Wax Blast. Wax Blast can give you a little bit of separation in the hair. It's an aerosol wax from Redken, and it also has some shine. But I think for her, I'm just going to use Shine Flash. I feel like blonde hair kind of absorbs light, so I want her to stay as shiny and glittery as possible. So after I'm done doing her waves, I'm just going to go in and spray a little bit of Shine Flash. And so with this, with the waver iron, the bigger sections you grab, the looser the wave it's going to be. So if you want it very like crisp, then you want to use a smaller, thinner section, and then maybe hold it in a little bit longer, and you're going to get a really nice wave. Also, I love that it gives the hair some shine too.
Beautiful. I have a question. Are there any braids that show off the tinsel more, do you think?
Uh, Honestly, I feel like any braid would definitely show the tinsel more,
Cool.
or just as good. I think if you do a regular braid, all you have to do is just kind of pull it out a little bit just to fluff it up and bring the tinsel out more.
Totally. Just like pancake it.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, so the first questions your clients will ask you is, does it melt? So now we have proof it does not melt, so super safe. And I mean, honestly, I feel like even after the holidays, people will still probably wear it because it's just a thing right now with TikTok and everything. So I think you could wear these all year round and just be fun. I actually had a client that really wanted to wear it to a wedding, so she came in. She's like, on my next appointment, make sure you have the brown ones ready to go. And I loved it because she is very conservative, but the tinsel was like amazing for her. She was having fun with it. Okay. So also, I mean, I feel like you could just keep adding more tinsel to this too, even if it's not attached from the top. Um, you could probably add another tape in here underneath. I have one ready to go. You can probably just add it in here underneath the hair and just keep layering it on there. Pretty. So I would definitely want this spiderweb pattern on my ponytail, but I don't think I could do it to myself. So I'm going to spray her hair with Redken Shine Flash, give her a little extra shine. I like the texture in here. Fluff it up a little bit. And I'm going to cut the leftover tinsel from the last extension I just put in. And there we go. Super fun. And add the rings, the spiders. Just put it in there. There we go. Let's put her down, get the full view. So here you go, a spider web, ponytail, and you got your tinsel. Love it. Okay.
Awesome. I love that purple you just put into on the blonde. It like,
Oh yeah. And it was super, easy to hide as well. You can't, it's, yep, it'll stay in place and, super easy to remove by the end of the night as well.
awesome. Karla, thank you so much for bringing such an original approach to the platform. I am inspired, and if viewers aren't aware of fairy hair and hair tinsel, now you can add an entire new add-on service to your offerings. So
Yes, for sure. And if you feel inspired to try this, please tag me at Color Me Karla on Instagram. I'd love to see your work and reshare it. So
yes. And if anyone has questions, could they just DM you on Instagram?
oh, for sure. I love answering questions.
Fabulous. So give Karla a follow. And if you guys missed the hair tinsel installation, like I said, you can come back and watch this. And I hope you are all inspired with some spooky styling for the Halloween season.
Bye. Thank you so much.